So, yes, we're in a new setup. Clearly.
Hopefully,
shoes.
I don't even know if it's upside down. If you could just...
Well, I can't even get into, like, the new video at this point.
Oh, my God. Do you want to use the iPad?
Here we are. There's 2 watching.
Okay. Well, you're probably one...
Let me just mute that. So, I think we can be heard now.
Now, the question is... Well, okay. What's happening? How big is the delay? Should we turn on more lighting? That's the thing.
Just, you do your thing, and I'm going to work on that. So, why don't you do a setup?
How? No, that's my face.
Okay, well, go ahead and do your little setup, and I'll go ahead and set up lighting for you.
Oh, okay. What's my setup? Welcome to Kimball's Corner,
Perfect.
where it's been nothing but absolute crap for the past hour. Thanks to those for hanging. You can't shine it in my face now.
Okay, how's that?
It's going to be good enough.
Okay,
it's got to be good enough. Thank you for sticking through it with us. For those of you that made it to this one, welcome. And I'm glad you found your way. Oh my God.
We have been trying to do this since 7.
This has been and we should have just brought the old computer back in here. Like, okay.
We won't get into the details. It was a lot of nitty gritty downloading programs. We went through every cord we had in the house, and we're missing the one that we need.
Well, and even then, that was for the old computer, so I don't know if it would work for this.
Yeah. Plus, I don't have a sound setup, so that's what happens.
Yeah. If for whatever reason there was no sound on the other one, I don't know why, but that was the big struggle there. So it was a better quality picture, but now we have this one. We're coping.
We're arting.
Are we, though? Or am I just really
Kimball,
stressed?
what's tonight's snack?
It's Rocky, of course. Since there's nothing written in the description box. Because I was in a rush. Wow, the delay is so...
Just don't look at the screen and keep going. No one knows.
They do now.
Oh, way to go, you
Okay.
revealioed.
So yes, the snack is Rocky. Which I've already had some of these because, let's be honest, it's been a stressful couple of months. And... yeah, so this reminds me of a Twix, but softer, like the softer caramel, softer cookie. I'm going to start off with this because I deserve it. And,
I taste good.
oh my God.
Anyway, how are y'all doing? Thanks for sticking with us. Sadie says, yeah, you're finally here. And then Elaine says, caramel Rockies, yum.
Mm-hmm.
There are different flavors. We should have specified, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like a Twix.
So I've been playing with my inks a lot lately because they were...
Not a euphemism.
Well, no. Because they've been packed away. So I'm going to use my INKredible. Listen, it is hard to talk right now. Living is
Jenna's
so
working
hard.
and having lunch.
That's because she's good at multitasking.
Bonnie's a bit stressed, probably because of us, and she says,
Probably.
but I'm fine. How are you guys? We're also stressed, Bonnie. Welcome to the club. But we're happy now.
I lost my train of thought. So tinsel, gonna draw a face shape, splatter some colors on there, draw some stuff, make magic happen. Let's start with water though, it helps. Ooh, let's not spill the water all over. Also, make sure you check your electronics when you move to a foreign country and that they don't need a converter thingy because our printer is now dead. And we didn't even turn it on. It was exciting and scary all at the same time. Alright. I'm just terrified of the English electricity. I'm scared to use this thing, which doesn't even reach, by the way. I don't know if you can see it. But, you know, we do what we can. Let's plop.
Today's episode is brought to you by complaining.
Just, you know, trying to function, and I just can't.
2 minutes before we went live for reals, I got a work call.
Oh my God.
And we were on the call right up until the time. I was like, okay, I'm going live with Kimball on Kimball's Corner. Bye. Tune in.
And then it didn't work anyway, so.
Yeah, hopefully they didn't tune in.
Kind of right. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I didn't plan anything out. I'm too stressed to plan anything right now.
I think you should make the stress of the moment represented in the artwork itself.
I think it already is. Okay, no, we got kind of a buzz thing happening. This is working out. I'm a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Like and subscribe for more annoying content such as this. It'll all probably not be fixed by next week or by Sunday, really.
I have to order a mixer, and we'll see if that gets here, and then get that set up.
I need more chocolate. Oh my god, I started my day off with a big brownie. It was wonderful.
Maybe we can just get like a webcam microphone, make it easier.
Whatever. I don't know how things work.
The last setup was pretty intense. It was like a recording microphone.
Oh, that's too much pink. I don't want to cross the whole thing. Listen.
Ew.
That's not even... Whose hair is that?
You could put like real hair on there, Kimball.
Oh, no, that's gross. Ugh. These are the creative juicings, by the way. I just put them in not Jane Davenport squirt bottle thingies, and so they're just spritzing everywhere. The yellow one is the worst. It sprays all over my fingers. I have to like hold my finger to the very far back.
FNF Bonnie says you guys help with the stress usually.
Oh man, I tell ya, that sprayed like yellow juicy juice all over.
Sadie's gonna use the Hemi gouache while they watch.
Is that the jelly gouache? Or that's not. Yeah, the jelly gouache Hemi. I think that's jelly gouache. Haven't tried that yet. I don't know if I like gouache or not.
Gouache doesn't know if it likes you or not.
I know, but like, who cares what gouache thinks? Oh my gosh. Let's get that ink out of the crack, am I right? We don't want swamp ass. Oh. Just gonna dibble dabble up some of these dabs. Because I'm, not gonna lie, scared to use, I mean I already said, but I'm scared to use this freaking blowtorch. And like, this is as far as it goes, so I have to, we're shifting this way, Just getting a little dry.
So FNF Bonnie was asking.
This is so loud, I'm sorry. Yes.
FNF Bonnie was asking.
Yeah, what do you say?
So I did ask a good month ago, and you said ask again later, but
Uh-oh.
how did Rocky come out gay to his family? Since I'm trans, I'm a little shaky to ask mine about it.
Ah.
So, ... Well, let me tell you.
Tell them all about it.
I was at school one day.
Oh my god. Wait, let me finish drawing this.
Okay.
We're gonna need the full attention. Is this loud? I don't know how loud.
I'm sure it's pretty loud.
I feel like it's like a jet, and I'm like yelling on an airplane.
It just sounds like a hairdryer.
Well, I was using it earlier to dry a little bit of acrylic, and it started bubbling, and I was like, oh my god, I need my craft tool, not this blowtorch.
So, the story of how Rocky came out as gay to his family, without actually coming out.
Yeah.
So, Kimball and I started dating. We went through summer school. We met in choir. We were like pals, whatever. We got together pretty soon into sophomore year of high school. We started dating by that summer.
I'm gonna just dry this off camera down here so hopefully it's quieter.
But I had not come out to my family, and essentially we had taken a bunch of photos. We used to go out with our friends and take pictures. We'd go to like the parking garage in the park and like just take pictures wherever we could.
That sounds naughty.
Pictures
in the park, pictures in the parking garage.
Well, just wherever we could go that was fun. And we didn't have any money. So anyway, I had a whole photo album of different photos, and Kimball was in photography at the time, so he would always like, I mean, he would, let's be real, we'd go to Walmart to have them developed, but still.
And they look great.
And my grandmother came over to my house one day while I was at school, and she's like, let's look through pictures that Rocky has, and we'll pick one out for my birthday. And my mom was like, great idea. Let's sneak into Rocky's room and look through his things. So they went in, and they were flipping through a book, and I think they got to a page where Kimball and I were kissing in like a stairwell.
Stairwell at the party.
It was a very sweet picture, but my grandma was like, who's that girl? And my mom like, shut the girl.
Who's that girl?
She shut the book really quick.
Girl.
Then I wasn't even in the class at school that I was supposed to be in. I had like
Dude, it was lunchtime.
Yeah, I was in the drama club, and my friend Julie Gisasola comes over. She's like, Rocky, your mom's on the phone. Like, my mom somehow had called the school,
got directed to
found out where I was, even though there was no way for her to know, and she got connected to the drama room, and basically told me to come home and not to bring Kimball, and I'll leave it at that.
Because she had a shotgun.
So she was a bit upset that I had lied to her in the past about being gay, but whatever. So, yeah, after that, it was fine, I guess. And then I kind of lived at Kimball's house for a long time. and ate toast. The end.
It was fine. I ran away to Kimball's.
Well, no, I wanted to spend, I didn't run away. I just wanted to spend more time with you.
Your mom,
every waking hour.
Obviously. And your mom was like, it was good for me because I knew that he was at a good place. And it was like getting her used to him not being home because we were on the verge of moving out.
Yes, we were just ready to adventure.
So that was fun. I felt really good going back to the house after that.
I'm glad it happened, though. I mean, looking back on it now, obviously, hindsight's 2020. But it was the right thing to do for me. I think it's hard though because like depending on your support system, like especially if you're younger, it's very important to have a support system. And if you have nothing, it's like very difficult.
And like a lot of our friends knew that we were a couple, and they all supported us and took care. Like we always knew we had a place to go if ever things went south at home. But like I knew that was never gonna happen at my house just because I have gay siblings. But you never know.
But like now my mom loves Kimball to pieces. Like my family loves and adores Kimball.
I mean, why wouldn't they? Hello.
They just had to recognize he was way better than me. And so after that happened, they're all down with it. And they're like, thank God you're here for Rocky.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, let's all know that if Rocky was not in my life, I would be in a gutter somewhere.
That's not true, but okay.
Maybe. Let's see.
You'd be a pretentious artist.
I've been living in Montmartre, living my best life. You held me back.
Really? You want to work all that money
or
all that time for that little like square meter of space?
Oh my God. Isn't it like €600 a year or something?
It's, I don't know, if you're in the club.
Yeah, there's like a 10-year waiting list or something. Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay. So just sketch out a face with that obviously shape that I've created with the tinsel ink. Which smells lovely, by the way. Divine. You alright over there?
I was smelling it.
You sniffing?
I was smelling it.
You got a little problem with that nose?
I had some spicy nudes earlier.
Have you?
Noodles. Noodles, not nudes.
Okay. Let's see. What kind of face is she making? Her like skin is flowing with the hair.
But I will say, like, just... this doesn't even have to be about being gay. It doesn't have to be... It just... Anytime you are not being who you really are, I feel like just ultimately leads to depression. Like if you aren't able to express who you are and do the things that you innately want to do, I feel like that's when people... As long
as they don't hurt others.
Right. I feel like that's when people like start to lose their way a bit, and that makes me very sad. Like everyone deserves to be able to live exactly who they are.
I agree.
And to be accepted. So I mean, we have made a lot of progress, obviously, but there's just so much more to go. And
I will say, though, since living here in the UK, this whole month that we've been here, we have met a lot of really nice, really great people. And not one of them has blinked an eye when I'm like, this is my husband Rocky, or Rocky's like, this is my husband Kimball. Like, they're like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. Like, loving that attitude. I was always like, it was always kind of hit and miss in the US. It was like, how are they going to take it? But it's been great here.
It wasn't like bad in the US.
It wasn't, but like it was always kind of like it's just, I don't know. I always was like harder to tell, I guess. But here, like I just don't hesitate to tell people who you are.
Well, I think people here just have their shit together. Like, to be honest with you.
Well, I just don't. I think they're kind of like, you do your thing over there, I do my thing over here. Like I don't care. I don't know. That's the vibe, and that could just be the city that we're into.
Yeah. But I feel like for a lot of families, especially like if they have a preconceived notion about like what it means to be trans or what it means to be gay, and they're like not supportive of it at first, it's like they don't have that in their family to even know how to change their behavior. So like I think it probably was an issue for my family at some point, or for some people in my family, and then when I came out as gay, I was suddenly like an entity in their life, and then they realized I was no different and started to realize that maybe the notions they had before weren't valid, and then they start to question it. But I feel like if you don't have that in your life, you just believe whatever you were taught, whatever your parents told you, whatever your friends told you,
whatever
society told you.
Society at the time, we didn't have social media, but nowadays social media definitely influences people a lot too,
in both ways.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's hard.
Basically, I don't know if you can see, but I'm just sketching out lightly with this magic wand by Davenport. A face structure, adding a little bit of shadow, and then I will come back in with more colored pencils and other random things that I find. Carry on.
Janice says, "Hi, my phone died, so back again with the charger."
Oh,
We know that story.
Welcome back. You didn't miss much, just the struggle.
We
and
really
complaining.
the live should have just been us like struggling to set up for an hour. Like that would have been the most entertaining thing you guys could
because
watch.
we would have to edit and bleep out all the cursing. So much cursing. Oh, all right. Now that I've laid out the eyes and stuff, I'm just going with a darker pencil to make the lines show up a little bit better.
Oh my gosh, we met our landlord today. He was so cool.
What a lovely gentleman.
He like we're like, "Hey, can we hang a picture?" He's like, "I'll come do it for you."
Yeah, well, because renting here, like, they don't, like, we have to ask
With our specific
our management
lease.
people, and then they get to him, and then they go, so we never actually are supposed to interact with the landlord. But he asked if he could come and hang it for us, and we're like, yeah, of course. Such a sweet guy. Oh my god, I'm so glad we got, like, a great guy to, like, be our landlord.
And it was one of those things where, like, we just have one picture we want to hang, and then when he got here, Kimball's like, "Also, before you go."
Well, he was just like, is there anything else I can... I'm like, well, since you asked. Like, there's this other shelf that I would like to hang. And I think, basically, I think it was good that we met, because I think it kind of gained his trust that, like, we're not going to trash the place. Like,
yeah.
He knows that we're going to take care of it. And we are, obviously, because it's our home for now.
And he really wanted to see the art space. He was very excited. He knew Kimball was an artist. I'm assuming the land lease people told them, and he's like, "Oh, I really want to see the art space you guys are using."
Well, and he's an architect. This used to be his office, so...
Yeah, so he renovated the whole place. He's really sweet, though.
He and his wife. Lovely, lovely man.
Janice says it would be endless bleeping. I mean, just let the bleeps ride. We don't need to monetize it.
Well, it hasn't to do with monetize.
Oh.
I try to keep it,
PG, Kimball, do you?
I don't even think this
do
one's
it for the children.
I don't even think this is monetized right now, so you're welcome.
Oh my god, it's a freebie. You just lost out on 25 whole cents, Kimball.
Listen, I work hard for that $100 a year, okay?
Sadie says, "That's so awesome, things are going well." Thanks, Sadie and everyone.
You. Yeah, it's been really nice. We definitely have our favorite places to go now for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because let's be real, we've been eating out a lot. Surprisingly, haven't gained weight. Unless I've just lost, like, a lot of muscle and gained a lot of chubs. But the scale, I was scared to step on the scale once we got our stuff. But no, we're all good here. Thank God.
It was all that air on top of you that was weighing you down.
That's right.
Shh.
Well, if you could just shut up so I could concentrate, it would be great.
Just a sec. Someone's writing me from work. I have to figure out what it is. Oh.
I'm sure it's nothing important. Just drawing a little highlight area, the pupil, some shading. Nothing too extreme. Let's get some eyelids in there. We're not doing a lot of details just yet because we are going to go over with other stuff. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I will do mostly pencils for the face, but we will definitely be bringing in some of this because I'm obsessed when I put it on the other thing. I've been playing a lot. If you watch my Instagram or follow me on Facebook or in the Jane Davenport group, I'm sure you've seen some of the pieces. And now you can see how it's created.
Jenna says, "How do you guys asterisk?"
I don't know what that means.
Oh, how do you like food compared to the U.S.?
Oh, I mean, we really don't eat out a lot. When we were in the U.S., we ate out at like 3 different places, and I would say the food's comparable, but also some of the things are totally different, so they're not easily comparable.
I love the food here, but...
Oh, yeah, like everything's been really good. There's been like maybe 1 or 2 meals where we're like, would not recommend. But
the interesting thing is, like, in the U.S., you have a lot of Mexican restaurants. Here, there's like Taco Bell. Like, I haven't seen a lot of Mexican restaurants.
And even then,
here.
You got to go to London for that. Like,
right.
That's the only place I've seen it.
So, yeah, interesting. But then there's a lot of, like, curry places. There's a lot of, like, kebabs, things like that here. So you get that, too, in the U.S., just not as much. So it's definitely, like, you can see the regional influence or, like, the, I don't even know what to say, but there's definitely, like, different influences here than there are in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that's, like, adjusting all the time. But, like, we can't find a Korean restaurant to save our life.
But there is a really cool Korean... Well, I bet we haven't tried it. There's a Korean store next to us. They might... Because it's a restaurant/grocery store.
But I think it's just, like, Japanese.
Yeah, it's just Japanese Asian, but they do have, like, a ton of Korean stuff.
But anyway, there's lots of coffee shops. There's a really cute cafe called Rococo Cafe. That's not too. It's like a couple miles away, whatever. But anyway, really cute. They have like all these really cute little lamps hanging up that are like the old. What do you call them? Like fringe.
It's like the fringe.
Yeah, so that's a really cute.
It's like I've always wanted like, okay, this is like stereotyping, but it's coming from movies, so I really don't know. But anyway, whenever you see like this like drag queen and they're cute like little, they have like the cutest apartments, and they always have like little fringe lamps. Ugh, they're so cute, but like we all know they're like $300. So
Kimball
like,
just wants to watch Chip Wong Food. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Well, also the one with De Niro
And Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, oh, such a good one.
You don't know the name of it though, right?
I don't, but it'll come to me. I always
forget.
I feel like it's one word, but
I think the food does taste. She was asking if it tastes better because no chemicals. I definitely feel like there's a difference here. The ingredient list is much smaller on all the food we're getting,
and the candy is less sweet that I've had so far. I haven't like had a lot of candy. I've had a lot of pastries. Delish. Highly recommend. Rocky's had the English breakfast at least 6 times. I've nibbled on everything. Still not a fan of like baked beans for breakfast, but
I love it.
They still taste good. Yeah, Rocky's like obsessed. I mean, they taste good. It's just weird for me to get out of the mindset that, because to me baked beans are like a picnic food. But whatevs.
And what was I gonna say?
Not something really important. Something super important. You'll remember.
Oh, I have a hard time finding like all the organics. Like we had things we ate all the time. Like we cooked a lot at home in the U.S. and we can't find those same things here. So it's like we have to adjust and find our new thing that we are gonna cook with and use. So that's been a bit of a time, like more of a something time investment.
Brands are definitely different here. We don't have the same brands.
And things are just smaller, I think, for one, because it's either people just go shopping more and they don't need a huge thing of milk, or
where's my 2-gallon Listerine at?
Or their like fridges just don't support that much stuff. So yeah, there's just definitely like subtle differences and things that like.
What is Tip tapping over there?
I don't know.
Is it the head against the wall?
Yes.
Can you take her down?
You know what? You're done. You're done.
Thank you.
You're done.
I don't even know when that's going to pop up on screen, but there she is.
She's done.
There she goes. She's like floating on the screen over there.
Now she's like on the floor staring at me creepy, like all sad.
Yeah, well. You'll get over it. I'm adding some pink to the cheeks, but I'm also going to add pink everywhere for like shading and whatnot, because I like the pink and purple peachy vibes happening.
Okay, let me see. I'm looking. Comments! Jenna says, yeah, Korean restaurants just came to the Netherlands in the past 5 years. We do have a lot of ramen noodle places here in Rotterdam. Nice. And FNF Bonnie says, as I know we don't have Wendy's, Taco Bell, Dairy Queen. That's all in London. I believe all your American restaurants are all in London, I think. Yes, they are all there. And there's like, I feel like Starbucks is spreading like a little virus.
Yeah.
But like, a good virus.
They're having supply issues, and they definitely don't use the same syrups and stuff.
Kimball was like, should I download the app? It only has 1.5 stars. And the lady behind the counter was like,
She's like, no. But I mean, if it works, you do get the free drinks and stuff. It's just...
But then people in the app were like, I added money and it never showed up. And then we were like, we're scared.
I know. I'm just like, why?
Catherine says, I can't even smell baked beans at breakfast. I know. It would be weird if you've never done it before. It's kind of like a weird concept for sure.
Yeah.
I grew up around it though, because my grandma was British. My grandfather always had baked beans on toast. So it's not like alien to me or anything.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of baked beans anyway. But...
Janice said they just got 5 Guys, and I'm in love with the fries. My favorite memory at 5 Guys, I think I was in Austin, Texas, and I went into one of the 5 Guys there, and there's like a board at 5 Guys where people can write messages, and they can put them up, and it looked like a kid had written it, but basically they had written something like, I want 5 Guys inside me, and they had a picture of like 5 guys standing with burgers or whatever, and I just thought that was the funniest thing.
Very inappropriate. Let's see, what other things do I want to use? I've got a whole wall of inspo over
Don't they have like peanuts at 5 Guys too? Like the big bags of peanuts that you just like put in the thing and eat, and then you leave the shells everywhere?
I don't know, I didn't do that.
Okay.
Let's see, I'll probably want this in here somewhere. It's just a little paint pen.
F. Bonnie was saying, can I upset people? I've never went to Starbucks. No offense. I don't know the big thing about it.
For us, it's the convenience. No offense taken. It's the convenience and, the size.
We're not like particularly huge fans of Starbucks, to be honest.
Yeah, let's be real. The coffee we've had here is much better, but it's much smaller and it's more so like if you want to hang out in a cafe and stuff, that's cool. But usually we get our coffees and go on drives, and that's why we like the convenience of Starbucks. But I do prefer the taste, like and quality of the coffee that you get like in cafes and stuff. More so.
Janice said I had to get used to the fact that the Five Guys people just drop the fries in the bag. They're hard up, Janice. They can't afford extra bags within bags.
I don't know what I want to use. I'm keep looking around. I feel like I have this whole like shelf full of art supplies next to me, and I'm like, what do I do?
Kimball's like overwhelmed by the whole thing.
I'm pulling out paint pens. Like I might use this. Let's give her really vibrant green eyes. These all need to be shooketh. Musical.
It's only 8:36, Kimball.
It's
practically bedtime.
Oh my god, it totally is. I have leftovers. I want to make my little stew. All right.
Jenna said that she went to Target on Sunday and all the fall coffee flavors are out. Kimball, is there a Target equivalent here? Would you say?
I mean, like Dunelm. No. What's like a place that has? Like Sainsbury's it's like more of a grocery store, but they do have like clothing
their
and
gateway thing where they have like Argos and Tu and all that in there.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not a Target equivalent per se, but there are things that are close.
Jenna says, "Oh, Target! I always wanted to just walk in a Target one day." We all have dreams, Janice.
Dude, I love Target. Rocky and I went there so often.
But it's kind of cool coming here too, because like the stores are very different. But it's like we're trying to figure out where our spots are, and we found what was the other place?
I like HomeSense.
But what was the other big one that we ran into?
The Range.
The Range. If you're in the UK, have you been to the Range before? It's like we went and we were like, it is such a random assortment of like goodness in there.
Was not expecting. I'm just blending some candy dipper thingies. It's just a little blue-green in the eyes.
Oh. What else is happening? Jenna says Target is dangerous, Janice.
It is.
And then Jenna says, I bet, Jenna.
You go in there for just, I don't know, get your steps in, and then you come out with $500 worth of stuff you didn't need.
Denise is like, hey, I'm on a lunch break. What a great surprise.
Oh, fantastic.
Hey, Denise.
Okay, well...
Welcome to Kimball's Corner on your lunch.
Girl, you missed the disaster. So, while her eyes dry, I'm going to add some pink to the hair, because I'm obsessed with this neon pink.
Is it because it's in skull?
No, but that helps.
Okay.
Her hair, I feel, should just be kind of flat on top and then flowing down that way.
How's your work day going, Denise? Elaine says, yes, the craft section can be good in the Range. Check it out at Christmas. Will do, promise. Janice, we'll probably check it out every weekend. Janice says, in the Netherlands, we have a store called Action, and it was the most useful but random stuff. You walk in for cleaning supplies and walk out with a barbecue.
That can happen.
And then Denise says, hey, Rocky, heart.
Oh, what about me?
No, not for you.
Okay.
Because I was talking to her.
Oh.
What else is happening? Lou says, ooh, the pink ink in the skull. I want to try that.
It's fabulous.
Denise says, barely. It's almost over now.
Let's add water.
I'm assuming you're talking about your lunch break, Denise. We're going to go with that.
But it's over now.
Or maybe the work day.
Oh, that'd be even better. But I guess if she's at lunch.
You could take a late lunch. You never know.
Well, I wouldn't know. Because I'm going to go to work. Adding some of them hair strands, some finer hair strands. This needs to have... We're just going to do that. Somebody was asking about wavy hair and stuff. Just draw a big clump, like a big shape, and then add these little wispies around the side. That way people know that that big clump has wispies, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
And then if you want to get real crazy, your colored pencils out and go over it.
Don't tell me what to do.
Denise is like, you just asked me how my workday was going, Rocky. See, I know I did. I'm sorry. I can't remember.
He doesn't even pay attention. You're all like, hey, Rocky, my best friend. And I'm all like, Denise. priorities. She pretty.
FNF Bonnie says, how's everyone sleeping? My God, I feel like I haven't slept for 3 years. We had a really hard time sleeping when it was hot here, I will be honest.
Ugh.
Like, we would just lay there at night and be like, ugh.
Yeah, it was gross.
And then I'd want to, like, reach over and comfort Kimball, but then
I'm
I'd
like,
touch
don't
him,
touch me!
and we're like, just sweat.
Like, yeah, it was rough. I really hope that's over. Too many fires happening.
It was bizarre. We were watching the news, and they're like, a hose ban has been declared in this county. And while they were showing the footage of the county, there was, like, flooding happening in the same area. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, it was bizarre. What a time to move to the UK and experience something that nobody else experiences while they live here. We can all do it together.
Denise says, I love you the mostest, Kimball.
Oh, thank you. I need that kind of support in my life.
Sadie
I don't
says,
get it from Rocky.
Sadie says, that reminds me of Tori Amos with pink hair. I can see that.
Yeah. Not what I was going for, but now it is.
What's your favorite Tori Amos song?
That one where she's singing.
No, but, like, what's it called? How does it go? Just the one part, the beginning.
No,
go ahead.
No, I don't want to shock you with my musical talent.
We don't want to get copyright restrictions.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
okay,
right.
Well.
That's right. There's no more chocolate.
Oh, no more Rocky.
All right. I'm gonna grab some more of the shading for the face.
We can't say or
I do what I want.
No.
Yeah.
We watched the Bob Burgers movie. Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers?
Bob's Burgers?
Bob's
Burgers movie. It was good.
Not amazing, but it was fun. There was no guffawing or anything like.
That's me yawning, Kimball. You know what that means? Not entertaining enough.
Well, that's your fault. I'm over here creating art. What are you doing?
It's just that Tori Amos is such a relaxing singer. She really just makes me chill out.
Take a nap. I love how you can like be like going 110% the whole day, and then like we do a live, and you're like, sleepy.
It's because I've been like concentrating on work the whole day and like go, and then I sit here and I'm not
like,
doing that, and then I'm just like.
Totally understand. No, I wasn't saying anything by that.
Are you accusing me of something?
Maybe.
FNF Bonnie says, I share my support for both of you. Platonic love to go around.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
All the loves.
I don't know if I shared this story, but I was at a Macy's, which is a department store in the States, and I was getting a griddle.
Oh my god.
And I went up to the counter, and for whatever reason, I had just purchased it. The lady handed me my receipt, and I had the griddle in my hand with both hands, and I held my hands up like a bunny rabbit would if it's sitting there, and I was all, thanks. And then I got really awkward all of a sudden because I realized how ridiculous that probably looked, and then instead of like
I was laughing
about it, I just like awkwardly like hesitated, and then eventually just turned away and kept my hands up and just kept walking.
I was laughing the whole way out the door.
And so now I have this
I was just like, what was that? Like, who are you?
Which I just love that moment. But now I have this let me see if I have it. It was basically like this.
Oh my god.
That was what I did to her. Except I was holding a griddle right here. Anyway.
The good times.
Catherine says, such a pretty mouth. I'm still scared to use my inks.
Don't be scared. They're not gonna hurt you.
Elaine asks, Rocky, is work what you expected here?
Remember, somebody from work might watch this.
Yeah, kinda. I'm having a great old time, though. It's definitely the most work I've ever had in my life, but it's going to get sorted out.
Someday, somehow. We're not sure.
I don't have anxiety dreams.
Nope. It's living like a baby. Need to add some.
No, that'll be fine. I just keep pretending my life's a video game, and I'm going on to the next level now. And then we're going to see how far I can get in the game. What else is happening? Did I miss any comments? Did I miss anyone's comment from earlier? Let me know. Keep me honest.
Sounds like something you would do. Do I want to use... No, I don't want to use that. I kind of want to use like a bright blue line on the side of her face. Well, I do have other markers.
Elaine's all can of worms opened. That could mean so many things in my world.
Ew. Can we just talk about how many spiders we had to deal with?
We have a daily spider for sure, if not more than one. I am an expert at catching live flying things in this plastic cup with a card that someone gave me.
Like, I am not digging the spider vibe. That is all.
I think we already mentioned this probably on last week's or whenever we did live blast, and Kimball found a spider that was very large. It was a mini tarantula, basically, and he had the most guttural, like...
Dude, I was like a freaking donkey hee-hawing it out of there. I was like, Ronnie! Like, freaked out. Like, let's not even pretend there was nothing graceful about it. Decorum went out the door. I freaked out.
And then after that, we were like... Because we were sleeping on the floor in an air mattress at the time, so we were like, and the air mattress comes up, we look under all the sheets, like, there's no way we're...
Like, I just had it up to here. I feel like this wasn't the right, like, it got too dark. The conversation.
FF Bonnie says, I got new liners, and I can't use my watercolor with them, so... Or they decide they want to feather out everywhere. I am out of ideas on how to use them both together. They despise each other.
Well, that's not fun. Have you tried different paper?
They're frenemies.
I need to figure out a way to make this thing work. I still have puddles of ink in my hair. One moment, please. What?
I was just doing something entertaining on screen since you were completely off screen.
Well, I can do what I have to. Alright, I think I'm just gonna take that. Hold on. I don't think I like that blue line. It's not bright enough.
Catherine says, to dilute some peppermint oil in a water spray bottle. Bugs don't like it.
Okay, people keep telling me that, and I keep reading, like, it does work, it doesn't work. So now I'm like...
Well, it's Catherine saying it, so it has to work.
But if it doesn't, do I come back at her? And I'm like, you lied to me.
No, because clearly you just did it wrong.
Oh, well, that does make sense.
Jenna says Noah texted her earlier, and it's his first day of school, and he has more students than he has desks.
Oh.
Or he had more students than he had desks.
That isn't good.
What else is happening? FNF Bonnie says, or you can befriend the spiders. I do. That's my vibe. Like, I'm all about, like...
you want to be friends with baby tarantula?
Okay, yeah. The tarantula was probably a no, especially since he was in the house, like...
It, like, fell by the bag of cords. If it fell in that bag of cords and I reached in for a cord, I would have died. I would have died. I saw it on the ground. It looked like living wires, and it was all... Like, let's not talk about it anymore. I am upset. Just shush! Okay, wow, that ink is still wet. Why? Because I can't dry it properly. But we're gonna just do this, because I don't know if there's any... Okay.
Sadie says to get some cats to chase after the spiders. Knowing us, though, we would get a cat, and it would be like the one cat that just doesn't give a crap.
I know, when we had Mason, she didn't really go after spiders. She played with them a little bit.
She'd like to bring crows in from outside,
oh my God,
but, like...
That was hilarious.
Don't worry, the bird survived. We think.
Probably. I mean, it went screaming out the window. Alright, and then I'm going to add yellow to that. We're going to do a yellow side lighting vibe, which I kind of did something similar earlier today, but...
Whatever, if it works.
I do what I want. I do what I want. I had to rearrange a couple things over here, so now I gotta find them.
You guys know when you have, like, two-factor authorization, like, for something, but it's going to the wrong phone number, you don't have that phone number anymore, and then you're trying to get it reset. That was, like, my whole day with, like, 50 different things. So when we got to do Kimball's Live, and it was, like, having technical issues, I was like...
He was yelling at me.
I was like, oh, hell no.
I'm just gonna turn this on so nobody can hear you. This is still wet over here.
Is anyone from work watching? Let me know in the comments.
We know at least one person is.
From work?
On her lunch break.
Well, I mean from my work, specifically.
Oh. Okay, well, how about we, like, clarify? Is anybody just watching from work? Let me know.
Sadie says one of her cats likes to hunt them and the other one lets a house centipede run into her.
Ew.
What's the biggest house centipede we ever had, by the way? I feel like we had a really big one when we were living in Philadelphia. Yeah. And people were like, they're so great, don't you? I'm like, it was the devil.
They're like, no, I'm sorry, the whole excuse of, don't, they get rid of other bugs in the house. I'm like, I don't want any bugs in my house, okay? Like, that reasoning will never fly with me.
Fly.
Like, house spiders? No, I don't need a house spider to get the other bugs out of my house.
Kimmel can't get past the fact that there's no screens on the windows. And he's like, and people are like, oh, well, the spiders take care of the bugs. He's like, you don't have to have spiders to take care of the bugs when you have a screen.
You have to live this way.
You're in England now.
I know.
Get with the program.
I'm trying, and it's not easy. But everyone that I have talked to about air conditioning is like, oh, yeah, that'd be so nice. Yes, thank you. And I'm like, on new builds, like, not that you have to put an air conditioning in, but, like, have central air just so you can have airflow throughout the house. Like, I don't understand, like, just a fan to, like, blow through the vents and...
This is not America, Kimmel. You need to get with the
program.
program.
If it was America, it would be having heating and AC. I'm just saying a central fan, so you don't get, like, any mold on the walls. Like, and it's a nice flow, you know?
It's a heavy flow.
Oh, my God. Shut up.
It's only sun shining on her left side.
Do you want me to do the other side?
No, Kimball, I don't want you to have to do anything you're not comfortable with.
Do you want me to do the other
I
side?
don't know.
Well,
maybe it's fading.
Let me just get my yellow back out. That, for whatever reason, leaked out, and it was, like, dried and crumbly. Like, some of it around the edges and on the other things, and Pink did, too. I don't know.
Pink the singer, or...?
Yeah, Pink leaked out all over me. Gross.
Ew.
Okay, gross. You made me say it. Alright. Sunshine in her hair. It's still wet over here somewhere, too. Putting in a dirty brush to get more yellow out to make Rocky happy.
Yay! I'm happy now. Kind of, almost. Keep going.
I can tell. This is so worth it. Also, I am using the Levitation journal, which is like an onion paper or something, so that's why it's like super crinkly. And then the crinkle like basically dies down once it dries. But it is fun to play with that crinkle. Alright, hopefully that's enough to make Rocky happy.
I feel better about it. It was a bit weird having it so bright on one side.
Well, maybe I was going to have it all not sunsetty, moonlitty. It's just so wet. Dabbing it off.
But then how do you justify the yellow on one side? Is she under a street light or getting urinated on? Like, what's happening?
That'd be gross. But yeah, maybe. We don't know.
Urine is very sterile. Okay.
She was stung by a jellyfish.
Da.
Alright.
Don't take my word for it.
Let's add some of this pink. Just 'cause I like
Did anyone watch Reading Rainbow? Is that a thing?
Actually, no. What did I do with... I wanted yellow, but I can't remember what I went over. Oh, I know what it was. It was a daughter.
You know what you could do, Kimball?
What can I possibly...
Butterfly in the sky.
It just flew too high. Now it's off the book, so don't take a look at my non-butterfly. Anyway, I'm adding yellow.
Yeah, I thought you were playing bingo.
To this paint strips, and it's like, oh, there's glow on her rather than the white.
You've gone through blue to white to gold.
I just want to see if it would show up.
It was weird because I was watching the actual screen from the live stream, and then you started dabbing, and then you weren't dabbing on the screen. I got very confused. I was like, what's that sound?
Your worst nightmare.
It's like when you go to a concert and you just watch the screens the whole time, even though it's like they're right there.
Let's give her like a teal necklace. These might be a little dry. Let's work it out now. Dip it in some water. We'll see where this goes.
Okay, the competition for the next 2 minutes is to have the most random comment in the comment stream. Okay, so just random comment. Doesn't matter what it is, just random, no thought, like but behind it, just random comments. Go.
What are you gonna give them? Why is it a competition?
I'm gonna
There's no
read
prize.
them out, and we're all going to choose which one we like between you and me the most.
And then what?
Then everyone claps and wins life.
I would not join in that competition.
Why?
Oh, yay, they clapped. What a prize.
I can't say what the prize is because it's the anticipation that will get everyone's engagement up.
That sounds like a lie.
Well, we've got one entry.
What if that was just somebody commenting?
I mean, it could be.
What is it?
I'm a banana.
Sorry, what?
I'm a banana.
Yep.
That was the comment. I'm a banana. Jenna says some people say cucumbers taste better pickled.
I agree.
And then FNF Bonnie said I'm a banana.
Banana.
Strawberry Dawn says the nail polish on my toes is flaking off.
I think we've
all
relate.
been there. At least it's not your actual toenails. Like, at least it's just the polish.
My brother was working out so much, running and jogging and whatever, that his toenail fell off. I was like, ew. You should take a break if your baby toenail is about to fall off.
Sometimes our bodies tell us things.
Yeah, you shouldn't ignore that. Alright, I'm gonna add a couple of shadows to the hairlines. That's all I'm doing here.
Did you guys ever do the thing in school with your Elmer's glue where you like put your hand down and let the glue go all over your like hand or whatever and then you peel it off?
I mean, who didn't do
Or like
that?
stick pins into your skin so it was like going through. Did you guys ever do that?
I
Get
did.
bored? I just imagine being a teacher back then and watching all the kids do this because like we did it while the teachers were doing their thing. So like if you're up there teaching, you can just literally see your students doing all this.
Right. I remember my friend Aaron stuck a safety pin through the top of his hand, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? And I was like, Mrs. Jones, Aaron just stuck a safety pin through the top of his hand. And she was like, what? So she like,
Way to go, tattletale!
So she looks at it, she's like, Aaron, you should probably go to the nurse's office and get that taken care of. He's like, okay.
Why did he do it?
I don't know.
Was he trying to be cool?
He was cool.
Oh,
He
wow.
was cute. I had a little crush on him.
Come on, guys. All the random comments we're going to get, I mean, we're happy with them, but we've only got like 3.
I mean, so far toenails is winning. Relatable.
I like banana.
Well, I wasn't expecting, toenails, but it's something relatable.
I mean, it really was a good pickup for conversation. Jenna says, oh, the glue thing reminds me of the foot mask that Maria Steph and I got that was the foot peel. And it was gross and satisfying.
Like, you wouldn't let me see. I wanted to be a part of that.
FNF Bonnie says, one time I used glue on the back of my hand and removed the inside of the glue and made a fake cut with it and fooled my teacher.
Gross.
That probably is really effective.
Well, I saw there was a girl that she like freaked her girlfriend out or something. She like put it all over her face. Like she put glue all over her and then like roughed it up so it looked like it was burned. And I was like, ew, it looks so gross. And then, like, obviously her... I don't know if it was boyfriend or girlfriend, I don't remember, but it was a little freak-out moment.
Well, Catherine says a raccoon was on my screen's porch today. Now, that begs a lot of questions. Catherine, was it on the top of your screen porch? Or was it, like, in the screen porch? Or was it, like, right outside the screen porch?
I mean...
I'm going to need answers.
I feel like... Are you dead?
Oh. Where's Jenna?
Well, I have other ones. This is my Jane
one. Is that the Jane one? Gotcha.
I've used it quite a bit.
Well, that just means that you loved it so well. You were just saying today you're never going to get through all your art supplies. Look, one down.
I didn't say that. I said I need to.
Down.
You told me I wasn't going to get through them, and I was like, watch. Because I have so much art supplies. My goal is now to not really buy any new art supplies.
Oh my god, what a sad life for you.
I have a lot to use. So if something is amazing... and I feel like I really need to try it.
I think we can all agree that that's not going to stand.
We'll see. Giving her some lashes because she deserves to have her eyes protected from dust. Shh. It's still wet over there.
Oh!
Okay. Just want to darken in this a little bit. I lost a little contrast.
Thanks so much. That's super helpful.
What are you doing?
I'll take a look at it tomorrow.
Are you working right now?
Yes.
Oh, you never stop working.
Well, you know what? look where we are today because of my inability to stop
I'm
working.
pretty sure it's because I told you to take that job with IKEA, and then
Everyone wants to take credit for this. But Kimball gets it. Yes.
That would be nice.
Basically, I was working at IKEA, and this woman, Jean, she was an interior designer, and she was applying for this thing called IKEA Home Tour. And it was like they were taking 5 coworkers that worked around the country, and they were just like sending them off to do this makeover show.
Makes sense.
And she's like, I'm going to apply for it. And I was like, cool. And she knew I would like did video stuff. So she's like, hey, will you film my video? And then when I handed her her final video in a parking lot outside
Makes it
IKEA,
sound shady.
she was like, oh, you should apply for the editor position. I was like, the what? And I had no idea that, I didn't even realize, I thought it was just for designers. I didn't realize they needed like an editor and like all this stuff. So I applied for it. I only had like a day to do it. And so Kimball and I like rushed out on the town and like filmed all this stuff.
As we do.
And sent it in thinking nothing was going to happen. And bippity bop boop,
You did it.
here we are in London.
That's exactly how it worked.
No, that's how I met Jenna actually.
And that's why it was worth it.
But yeah, it was crazy. Because Kimball and I had been together forever. And like we'd never been apart. And this whole thing was like, you're going to be gone for an entire year. And Kimball can come visit sometimes. And I was like, I don't know.
I was like, get out. Not really.
And I'm just like not a like move up in the world person. I'm just like, I want to stay where I'm at. And the universe doesn't like that for me apparently. So whatever. But yeah. Why was I talking about that?
I don't know.
What a boring conversation you just had to listen to.
They're all about you right now.
Oh my god, it's about me. Well, I was waiting for more random comments. Oh wait, we got one. So Catherine was basically clarifying that inside it, standing on back feet, looking at me and Mochi Cat. That sounds kind of fun though.
Does it?
It's probably curious. FBF Bonnie says, one day I tripped over a farmer's tool and it was sharp. I ended up scarring myself. It bled quite a bit.
Ew.
And that reminds me of when Kimball tripped onto a bed mattress frame.
Oh, jeez. The metal bed frame. And
Show him your scar, Kimball.
No.
Show him your
But
scar,
I was like,
Kimball.
ow, my leg hurts. And I was wearing pants at the time. And I like rubbed my knee and my finger like went inside of my knee and I touched my bone and I freaked out.
And it went out.
I ran upstairs and they had to like take my pants off and it was like it was a nice slice about that big. And if it went 1 millimeter further, it would have cut the tendon. Ain't that always the way? Or it would have injured my kneecap or something. I don't remember, but
Right.
the only stitches I've had, and I don't ever want to have stitches again.
Stitches are for witches.
All right.
Sadie says, wow, that's amazing. Talking about something that we talked about earlier. And then she says, oh my god.
I know, right? Like, ew.
Oh, I've got another work email. Let's see what it is.
That's all you do.
No prob. Hope YouTube went well. It's still going.
Oh, is that? I don't know if I should say names. I was just adding a little extra pink to this side. I got a little lost with the yellow.
I love how it just says we're gonna draw stuff on your thing. This seems like the laziest channel ever.
Dude, I was like not gonna rewrite an entire thing again.
Well, I copy and pasted it, so.
Or I had to do it off my phone though.
Mmm.
Yeah. Where's your copy and paste now, huh? Am I done?
Are you? It's 9:04. You tell me. It's been 53 minutes ago that we started, Kimball.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a snack. Like
Such fun.
She's cute.
She is really cute.
She's cute. She worked out.
What would you do different?
Well, I would add some of this
Let's have a
color
swat.
up here. What?
A SWAT.
A swat.
Yeah, it's like after the work's done, you sit down, you go over like what you would do different. I'm not gonna tell you what it means, but like it's an acronym thing. Anyway, moving on. Let's have a
Don't
SWAT.
bring your work lingo into my house.
Okay, let's put a pin in that. And I
oh
think,
my gosh, shut up.
I
I'm not
think-
aligned with what you're saying.
I think we're aligned.
No.
Let's take this offline.
Oh my god. I can't right now. Okay. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us on this somewhat disastrous of a beginning.
Karen says, I like her.
Oh, well, thank you.
But she's probably like, I like her.
Well,
But it can mean like, I like her.
like maybe.
I don't know. There's so many different ways we could do it.
Hopefully next week we can figure out the actual camera.
I know.
Because it's kind of dark in this corner and light in that corner.
Right, and you can tell how sassy we get when it's later.
You can also turn on. Let's turn on the bright lights. Let's see what happens.
Oh
Watch all
my
the
God.
shadows. All the shadows are just appear everywhere.
Here it comes. Let there be light.
Oh, it's
Thank goodness.
amazing. Like, here it comes. Oh. I wonder
It's
if I
fine.
should I have done that the whole time?
Yeah, probably.
But like, look at all the crisscrossing shadows.
No, what is this? A studio?
I need like one of those big light boxes. We have beams on our ceiling now, so I can attach things to the ceiling. Let's take advantage of it.
Let's just take this down real quick, and we'll just do a quick overview of what's.
Don't
turn off the camera, Rocky.
Don't turn off the camera.
All right, do I flip this over? Is that what's happening? Is that the right way?
I don't know. I can't tell yet. Oh, there's an earth shake.
Sorry.
Yeah, things look okay.
All right. Well, there you are.
Oh, hey you.
So here's the space.
So I turned this off.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could, that'd be great. Bless your heart. Bless your little heart. Kimball, do you have enough decor and things? Do you need some more?
Oh, I was in the mirror for a second.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like more than half of the decor is in bins put away upstairs. We're not allowed to like poke holes in the wall, really.
Creepy.
So there's like literally 3 holes in the wall since we moved in.
So yes, but that's fine. We did plug a cord into our old printer, and it went. And then.
I told that
Oh
story.
well, there you go. I wasn't listening.
And it smoked and scared me.
We're still in flux. That's the work computer. And then we've got like a little thingy. Anyway, no one really cares at this point. But
ceiling has stuff.
Kimball, can you hold that up and let's just see? Wow, that onion skin paper is surprising. I don't need more supplies, but
Yeah,
definitely either. But I definitely need a better paper.
It's very thin. It's a very thin sketchbook, and the cover's cool.
That is cool. Let's see. Kimball!
Yeah, but...
Another one for the fridge.
Good job.
I mean, it took some effort to get here.
What a night, right? High five. I'm sure that'll go well.
Teamwork.
When you did that, my hand looked really old when I saw it. One day I was at a church, and I was like maybe 13. I was looking down at the pew, and my hand was on the pew in front of me like this. And I remember looking down thinking, oh, my hand looks so young. And I was like, always remember this. And now I'm like...
You remember it, so now you look old. Have you got crepey skin? I'm so tired.
Are you ready for your dentist appointment tomorrow?
No, I'm ready for it on Friday.
Friday. Okay, great. Let's put a pin in that.
Checking. All right. Thank you all for hanging out with us and for bearing with us. Like, subscribe for awesome content such as this. Like, who doesn't love going to multiple videos to find the right one?
I think it's fun. It's like a treasure hunt.
Yeah. It's treasure. It's me and the treasure.
It's Tori Amos with pink hair. What was that song again? Just real quick before we go, Kimball. Actually, we can do it on the sign out. You can sing it on the sign out. So what did you want to say before we go?
Just thank you for hanging out with us, and hopefully we can get our crap together.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with Kimball, guys. I really appreciate that.
He's the tech guy. This is all his fault.
Oh, okay.
It's all your fault. All right, we're gonna go make a snack. I've got leftovers I need to dig into, so I'm gonna go watch.
There's TV to watch.
Something. I don't remember what show we're watching. We finished Senpai. This Can't Be Love.
Wow. You can tell it's quality television.
It's cute. I enjoy cute little shows. What's the other one? The Laundromat one. Whatever. We're gonna watch that.
Sadie
Love
says,
you guys.
"Cornflake girl."
Did you say cornflake girl?
I don't know. That's what it's a girl.
Girl.
Cornflake girl.
Cornflakes up in here. All right.
All right, give us that Tori Amos song, Kimball. If you could, here, I'll come around. I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't trust you.
I can turn this off whenever
I don't trust you.
I can turn off whenever I
I'll
need to.
hold it.
This is a song that's made famous by the lovely Tori Amos. It reminds